Hold up, before you get to watching this video, let me talk to you for a second. Hit that bell down below and subscribe to the Fitz Take Podcast YouTube channel so you'll know when every episode is dropping or if something has been posted on this page. Also, be sure to follow me and Elijah on our social media platforms. They will be linked down in the description. Now back to the episode. And the touchdown. Just talk about what it felt like for you to be able to come up big for your team.
Man, it felt awesome. My journey has been pretty bumpy. There's been a bunch of highs and lows, but I couldn't thank God for, I couldn't be more blessed. I thank God for everything. I thank Him for all the highs and lows. It's really made me the man I am today. It's taught me how to keep a smile on through adversity and through difficulties, and I couldn't be more thankful of that. I've learned a lot of lessons at this young age that I feel like a lot of people my age, haven't really been through yet. So for that, I'm thankful. But yeah, just talking about the game, like you said, 1-0, we won the game at Stanford. That's the main thing. But to go out there and have a good game, a long time coming. There's been a lot of hard work behind the scenes put into this. And I'm just super excited that it all came into fruition with the help of God on Friday night. And like I just said earlier, I couldn't be more blessed.
And it was also a team win. You had another guy out there, John Paul, who had 6 catches for over 100 yards. And then you also had Savion Williams, who had 11 catches, 87 yards, and a touchdown. I mean, there's more to that. But talk to me about that receiving core and how special it was to see everybody get a chance to eat against Stanford.
Yeah, for sure. Our receiving core, we're deep. We got all of us could play ball in that room. To just start off though with JP and Savion, those are two of my best friends. We're like this. Really our whole team is like this, but especially us three. We ride and die for each other. We'll all take a bullet for each other. We're our brother's keepers. We're gonna do whatever it takes for that other person on the side of us to succeed. And it showed up in the game on Friday. Like you said, me and JP both over 100, but then you had Say, who led the team in receptions, had I think 86 yards. It was fun, and that's the plan for the rest of the season. Just keep that going.
Jack, you mentioned about facing adversity, dealing with certain things throughout the season. Last year, you got to play in just 8 games and dealt with some injuries. What were those injuries that you were dealing with, and just how difficult was it to deal with the injury, trying to bounce back and be there for your team at the same time?
Yeah, so my sophomore year at LSU, my leg got beat up a little bit, which kind of bled into my junior year. I couldn't really do spring workouts, couldn't do spring ball, couldn't really do summer workouts. Fall camp, my leg was still sore, so I couldn't do, I'm here because of one God and the hard work and the determination that He's put inside me and the mindset He's given me. That comes with, a bunch of extra work. First on the field, last on the leave every day. Doesn't matter, rain, snow, sleet, hurricanes, whatever it may be. Just always trying to put in as much extra work as I can to just always get that edge. And I wasn't able to do that with my injuries. I was always still trying to catch extra balls, all the extra running, reps with the QBs, footwork drills, sand pits, et cetera, et cetera. I wasn't able to do. And it took a toll on me mentally, physically. I felt like I wasn't the same. My confidence wasn't there. And then I got a high ankle sprain and ended up having to get tightrope surgery on my ankle, which kicked me out. But, I recovered from that quick. And, come spring of this year, come January of this year, I felt 100% healthy. Ankle wasn't bothering me, leg wasn't bothering me. I was able to get back to the basics, back to what I knew. I was able to work hard, put in extra time, put in extra reps with the QBs by myself late at night. I could do spring ball, had a great spring camp, worked super hard this summer, had a great fall camp, and now it's coming to fruition into the season. You know, and like I always say, I just thank God for everything, for the opportunity, for putting me here. Because, like I said, He has a bigger plan and purpose for my life. The stories are already written up there, with the big man on top. So, I'm just happy that I can live out each day and continue writing this story.
Now, you just said it coming off an injury and having a big game like this from that leg injury. Was it like a sigh of relief after this game was over and you putting up those big numbers of saying that, hey, I can still play this game at a high level?
Yeah, well, like Kobe says, job not done. It feels good to go out there and do your thing. But, we got to be consistent with, that has to be week in, week out. You got to be able to come in and put that work in. You got to have great weeks at practice. You got to have a great game week after week, not just 1 week. So, it was definitely a great feeling to do it, but I'm excited to be able to go out there and do it again on Saturday.
Jack, obviously, you guys as a team didn't get the results that you wanted on the field, finishing the season there at 5-7. Just talk about some of the things that you guys have, talked about behind the scenes that, nobody knows about, and the conversations that you guys have had in order to get yourselves in the positions where you want to be, which is to be a ranked program and competing for a national championship once again.
Yeah, I mean, when stuff like that happens, a fire gets lit. You got a fire that burns inside you. You got an expectation, you have a standard you live up to that was not met last year. We can't do that again, and we knew we couldn't do that again. And once January came upon us, and we got other guys in from the transfer portal, who I want to say are all great dudes, like fit the program extremely well. I made best friends with a bunch of those guys. But we knew what our mission was, we knew what our standard was and what the expectation was, and that showed in all the work we've been putting in the whole offseason. And we played a little sloppy Friday night, but it goes to show you that we can make so many mistakes, but we just have so much talent that we can pull off games, we can win those one possession games in the end. So once we clean up those little things, those little details, and don't play sloppy, and get back to the basics of being disciplined and detailed, we're gonna be dangerous.
Is that something that's unsaid, unspoken right now? National championship for you guys, or I know the political answer one game at a time, but is that spoken? Is that an unsaid thing for you guys right now?
Man, every time we touch the field, whether it be practice field, game field, every decision we make, what we're putting in our bodies, it doesn't matter. That's our goal. That's our goal, is to win a national championship. We don't put in all this work. We don't do all this just for nothing. Just to go out here and say we played in a bowl game. We're coming out here to go win the big thing.
Could you talk a little bit about Coach Sonny Dykes, kind of what he is doing there in TCU, kind of helping to reestablish that culture and get you guys back in that championship picture? What has he meant to the program and for you as well?
Yeah, he's meant everything, giving me the opportunity out the portal to be able to come here to Texas Christian University, and keep fulfilling my dreams of playing college football, and to try to make it to the next level. He's given me a lot. His wife has been awesome. She's also a corner piece of this program. She does so much for the players. But yeah, no, Coach Dykes has been awesome. He's preached saying calm, cool, and collected, saying level-headed throughout the game. Doesn't matter. Pick, interception, touchdown, sack, fumble, whatever it may be, to just stay level-headed. And if we can do that, with all the talent we have on this team, the discipline we have, all the little details and nuances of the game, like I said earlier, we're going to be dangerous.
Now, defense win championships. We're just talking about championships. What stands out about that defense that you guys have over there?
Oh, we got a new defensive coordinator and Coach Andy Avalos. I've even though I'm an offensive player, I've developed a great relationship with him. He's been awesome, and he's a beast. He loves sending the pressure, different twists off the D line with linebackers. He loves putting pressure on the QB, and that QB can never feel comfortable. Because if a QB can't feel comfortable, he can't get in a good rhythm during the game, and he does a heck of a job. We got so many dogs on defense. I mean, that whole field is full of dogs, all 11 of them, plus the ones that aren't on the sideline. They make it hard to get on the field here. They make everything a competition. Iron sharpens iron. We're a double-edged sword. So, no, he's been awesome.
You guys are playing there in the Big 12, and you got a lot of teams that you're going to face off against that are, high-powered offenses and things like that. How important is it for y'all to continue to build up chemistry there on the offensive side of the ball to stay in games that could potentially be shootouts later down the line and, be able to compete for a conference championship?
Yeah, we just have to do what we do. We stay to the basics of what we've been doing all offseason, all fall camp, all spring ball. We just stick to the basics. The confidence is going to be there just because we know how much work we put in the offseason. Winning that first game for any program, it's just huge to be 1-0 to start the season. because of momentum, confidence, all these different things. But yeah, no, we just got to stay meshed up like we are. We just got to stay doing everything together like we do and be our brother's keeper.
Now, outside of football, man, I know you're a Louisiana man. You're down there in Texas, North Texas now. Are you ready to trade in some gumbo for some barbecue out there?
Well, the lucky thing is, I got my aunt, uncle that live out here that live about 30, 45 minutes, and my aunt can whip it up. She's from down Louisiana near Baton Rouge and all that. So she knows how to whip up a nice gumbo, nice gravies, crawfish, etouffee, things like that. So, I got blessed. I got lucky that they're right around the corner. So whenever I need me a home cooked meal, I just head down over that way. And
Absolutely,
that
man.
potato salad off the wall.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel you on that, man. I guess, for you, being kind of immersed there in the culture around Texas, man, like was it a kind of a culture shock to you at all, or was it, I'm just coming in to play football and everything else will kind of take care of itself?
Yeah, I would definitely say what you said second. I was coming here to play football and everything else is going to take care of itself. But I would also say, it's like anything. I've lived in Louisiana my whole life. I lived in Lafayette my whole life before Baton Rouge. So just going across that Atchafalaya 45 minutes was a big change for me. So, going to Texas was a big change for me. But I knew that it takes time, but after some time that, everything was going to start feeling like home again. You're gonna meet people, make new best friends that you're gonna have the rest of your life. I have my aunt and uncle out here, and my uncle's one of my best friends. He coached for the Cowboys for 10 plus years, and he played in the NFL. So, I'm with him all the time, just learning and picking up as much as I can. He's teaching me different things, about all things, not just ball, but about life. Um, and no, like I was saying, it's I don't know if I would say culture shock, but there's always getting used to. But it's been great. Like I said earlier, I love Texas. It's great, especially the DFW is awesome.
Now,
They got good soul food out here too.
now, now I know that you was able to play some SEC football as well, as long as now you're in the Big 12. I mean, everybody gets to play everybody this year. Everybody gets to see one another, conferences, teams like that, whether you get to the playoffs or not. Can you talk to me? What is the difference between that Big 12 and that SEC football?
Yeah, I would say really the only thing that's different for real is like more like, and it's not even every team, but I would say just overall, every team talking, not just like a couple. I would say just really the trenches, like the O&D line. But besides that, you go see opening week, you see these SEC teams losing all over the place to all these different teams. So I would really say it's the trenches, the wide receivers, the DBs, the skill players, the quarterbacks, running backs, linebackers, safeties, all those positions, it's really, really honestly like we're all out here balling, doing our thing. But I would really just say the trenches. I would probably say just overall on average are probably a little bigger, but besides that, nothing really.
I got you, man. Well, I think the last thing that I have for you, when you look at the receivers that come from the Acadiana area, Malik went there in the top 10. Keon Coleman gets drafted. You got Trey Harris over there at Ole Miss, yourself. What does it say about the Acadiana area? Not just the talent that it garners, but the pass catchers, the guys, every time when you hear people describe the type of receivers that come from Lafayette, Opelousas, wherever, they always say that these guys are dogs. They have a different determination about them, and they're just different. What is it about you guys from the area when it comes to catching the football?
Man, being from South Louisiana, we got dogs. It's really the whole state, but definitely that South Louisiana. That's all we do is play football. We have to go get it. Especially that Lafayette kid in the area. It's really overlooked until like really like our class is my class and maybe the class or so before. But before that, I mean, we were just overlooked. So we really have to go out there and make a statement. Every week you have to go to camps, ball out to get that national spotlight. Once we did get that national spotlight, like you said, you come find the guys, Keon Coleman, Malik, you got Trey Harris, you got me. You got so many guys right now that's balling on a big stage. They're just going to keep coming. We've always been there. the guys in the past just didn't get the opportunity that we got, but we've always been there. Like I said, being from that South, you really go get it from nothing. You get out the mud. You work for everything you got. Nothing is given to you, and you don't take anything for granted. You go out and you get everything, and that's why we're such dogs. That's why we don't lose. We don't like losing. That's why we hate losing them more than we love winning, just because we got to go get it every day.
Absolutely, man. Well, that has been TCU wide receiver Jack Bech hopping here on the Fitz Take podcast. Jack, good luck to you on the rest of the season, man, as the Horned Frogs will face off against LIU this upcoming Saturday there at 6 o'clock. Jack, appreciate you so much, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Y'all have a blessed week.
Thank you so much for watching this clip of the Fitz Take podcast. Be sure to like this video and also subscribe to the YouTube channel, and also follow me and Elijah on our social media platforms. They will be linked down in the description. And remember, every episode of the Fitz Take podcast will air right here on the YouTube channel every Monday at 2 p.m. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.